Hey everybody, I want to tell you why it's imperative as a woman you learn another language. And you're going to say, okay, how am I going to do that? Now I'm going to say Rosetta Stone. Anyways, I'll tell you why. So, as a just a little bit of a FYI, I do speak some Spanish and I know some sign language. I haven't used them in a while, but once in a while I come across someone who's deaf or Hispanic and I am able to have a little bit of a conversation if we're both very patient with one another. So, anyways, a neighbor of mine came by the other day and she's athletic and fit and she's cute and we're chit-chatting with my husband and she said, I can't tell you how many times I'm just taking a walk and I get beeped at or whistled at or catcalled. And my husband said, does that really happen? And I said, yeah, all the time. And it's annoying because all we want to do is take a effing walk, and here we are getting screamed at by random strangers. So anyways, I was on a trail the other day and I just started to bike and I was cruising along and I was really excited. And I had my veteran hat on. And so it's just whatever the case is. And up in front of me on this popular trail was a gentleman, a white male, really dark skin. He had a dark tan, he had black hair, and he had a lot of tattoos. And I thought, okay, I don't really care. He was about 30 feet in front of me. And on this trail, I heard recently that there is a homeless encampment. And so I am on high alert. I want to make sure I'm going to get to and from without, without trouble. So, anyways, he is up in front of me about 30 feet and then he stops. And it was the next rest stop for that area. And so I was kind of behind him and I stopped. And I'm just sitting there because I don't know what's going on. And then I realized this guy's in a Speedo. And I thought he's got to be homeless because I'd never seen a biker in a Speedo before. It's not common. So I was just drinking my water and he turned around. He's like, man, what are you doing back there? And I didn't know what to say because I was just taking a break. He's like, man, what are you doing? And he started screaming at me, and I decided to use my other language. I started to do sign language. I did whatever, you know, how are you doing? And I can't hear and I'm deaf and this and that, whatever. And he's like, are you deaf? Next thing you know, he pulls his phone out so he could talk to me, and I don't even care. But I kept pointing behind me because I just had to go. And so I think it's imperative that people learn another language to get out of a sticky situation. Don't get me wrong, at that moment I was in a safe spot because it was right adjacent to the building where people run in to use the restroom and things like that. So I knew I was okay because there's other people in the area, but that's one way to get out of a sticky situation. I know sign language, and then I was praying, God, I hope he doesn't know it too. And he didn't, so that saved me. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say, and I will be back.